Oh, I would say Team Dog. I like
Wow.
their draft a lot more. They've got the Storm Spirit. They've got this Morphling for IYD.
The power rune still just spawned the exact same way, and it's kind of based on RNG, who does get the rune. I have a funny feeling, John, that there should be a bit more of a minor patch coming out with maybe a map change very, very soon. And that'll probably be one of the changes that does come out. However, top lane, Policy does get pretty low. He is going to survive as now Arfu does rotate back onto KP. This Viper going to be in massive trouble. In Your Dream is going to be able to pick up the first kill of the game. In fact, they'll even go on to Tims now. And poor old Tims is just going to have to try and swashbuckle away. So he has enough to run it. And if he does connect the Avalanche Toss, I believe that may just be enough. But it's not going to be there. He'll leave it be for now. The Invis is starting to run out. Maybe go down to the bot lane where Ice needs a bit of help. In fact, he might just be dead. Sticky Napalm, not going to be enough. Gabby is able to pick up a kill by himself on that Slark.
But you're not seeing that massive lead we expected TNC to try and get yet.
Bounty Rune going to go the way of Arbed up at that top lane. In Your Dream, going to try and fight out with Tims a bit, but he's going to waveform away. Still Tims does swash into the Rolling Thunder. In Your Dream may have gone a bit too far. The Viper Strike comes out as well. He needs to try and survive. The break is there. In Your Dream, trying to tank it, will waveform away, but KP is going to keep the chase up. It's just not going to be enough, however. The Strength Morph is more than enough to keep him up, and meanwhile, mid lane, Mel's going to be in danger. Arbed does get one more attack in, and Arfu is going to be able to toss Mel up, so Arbed can finish off the kill, and that's a big, big shame for TNC. They miss out on the Morphling kill, and they lose Mel in the process. It's going to be a very kind of terrifying next 10 minutes, as that Orchid Blink is going to be a real nuisance to TNC. Is now Arbed going to get the Orchid off, and Armel has no way to purge it off. They get the Vortex, Ice will commit the lasso, and it's all well worth it to kill off Armel on that Void Spirit. I believe it's
Drawing
a
a
panic
line
smoke,
up. Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, we've already seen the issues, right? If you drag KP, Tims, and Febby, they just TP out. You literally can't stop it. Like, maybe with the Aetorus.
Gabby's got a Diffusal Blade. He's going to run into Polison. Gets stunned up for a second, but they are going to get the kill. That was the Diffusal being shown to the side of Team Dog, as now Armel misses another Aether Remnant, and the Remnant in by Arbed. Straight onto Gabby. They'll get one. Onto KP. They'll get another. And they know where Tims is. They're a bit low on mana on Arbed. Tim's going to try and juke them out here on the Pango. But instead, you just go after the Tombstone. No reason to chase down the Pango. And that is going to spell more problems, as again, the item timings from Team Dog are just coming out way too quick. And now mid lane, KP trying to farm up is just going to get bursted down. He can't survive the Orchid damage, I don't believe. However, Arbed getting low, but Tims could not make it in time. And the TP away from Arbed is going to be good. They'll at least kill off Arfu on the Tiny. It's just not a worthwhile trade, as you did have to give up your Viper for that. It looks like the answer is probably going to be no, but they might just give it a shot. Loop around into the triangle. Again, spotting out this Morphling. Gabby, he's going to sneak in. Does get the pounce off. They disarm him as well. In Your Dream, does actually get bursted down. A very nice kill. Can they find any more? Not quite, but that is a very valuable one to pick up.
But this is a Viper. And KP just needs to slowly build into these aura builds. We tend to see still only holds a hood though, but they do smoke up once more. They don't have any major cooldowns here in TNC, so they can keep running.
Well, they run straight into Ice. It's a nice pick off to get, and the run of Atos is going to be up from KP, and that'll mean Team Dog will lose another. That's some gold that KP desperately needed on this Viper.
Gonna be a big objective TNC's allowed to go through for free, and well, they're not contested at all. So Gabby gets that second life. Unfortunate for Abed, he can't really risk it. So the lead Team Dog has had, well, it's starting to sort of feel less significant as this game drags out, and Team Dog has to be aware of that. They've got to be cautious with how far forward Ice is, as he's been the most vulnerable to these pickoffs.
They see Gabby up at that top lane, and Arbed is going to zip in with the Orchid out. Gabby, he did not Dark Pack preemptively. He does have the Aegis, but he might just lose it. That'll be one life. Can they get him a second time? They're going to try, but Gabby will shatter down straight off the bat and just run away as his team is coming in to back him up. But can they take this team fight now without the Slark ulti? They do spot out Armel on the Void Spirit. It's still a very, very big pick-off to get. Does have the Yules up, but the zip in from Arbed into the Vortex and the Avalanche Toss is going to be way more than enough. They get another kill onto Armel. They want to go after this tier 2 tower now. TNC will slowly get started. Pretty much everyone there from TNC, but Arbit going to zip in with a massive silence, and now after the avalanche toss is going to be enough. They've killed off the Slark. Armel, he committed both his astral steps to try and fight this one out. Tims will also commit the rolling thunder, but they definitely have to run as Ice. He's not done. He wants the lasso. He gives himself a whipping as he chases down Tims. Tims had that glimmer cape, but it is not going to last long enough. He'll try to swashbuckle away, but they have the control there from Arfu. I don't believe they need the lasso, but they will commit just in case. And in your dream, the one to pick up the triple kill on this Morphling is going to be very, very happy about that.
They're constantly keeping the mid and top lane shoved. There's no real opportunity to swing for TNC unless they smoke, which they have.
Oh, in your dream, he's going to be careful, but OKB, he shows himself for a second, maybe trying to bait in your dream in, but now Armel jumps in. Not going to be enough, however. Paulson does die. Arfu in trouble as well, will go down. So they do get 2 supports for their trouble. Because that Roshan is getting very, very low. TNC still hanging around the mid lane, perhaps not realizing it is happening. And now they will, but it is way too late. So it does go down. Looks like TNC were kind of assuming there was a smoke going on. It's now Ice. It's going to Firefly through, going after KP. Does pop his BKB and does get the Viper out. Meanwhile, Arbit zipping in, going after Gabby. They're trying to kill off Arfu, but Arfu's still alive. Running away. Gabby, he's popped that ultimate. He's going to try and make the chase onto the Tiny, but it looks like Arfu is still alive. He does eventually tick out to the Spirit Vessel, but now Arbit back in, going after Gabby, but he pounces away. Onto Armel. He will Astral Step and Dissimulate, and he is going to be fine. Not going to spot him out quite yet, but they are nearby.
Yeah, well, you've got the Ags up and Abed. So, mini Black Hole, mini RPs in play. That control is going to be killer, especially
Oh,
Fool.
jump in, Ice. A nice lasso out again onto the Viper. KP going to get bursted and Arbit zipping into the backlines, going after Gabby on the Slark. They found 2 in that Vortex. Armel, he was in danger, but he does survive. Meanwhile, in your dream, going to waveform away and try to buy himself some time as Arbit keeps going on to Febby. The Soul Rip, not going to be enough. Gabby coming back in with the toss out from Arfu. He's going to try and fight this one out with the Shadow Dance. No, he will go for the TP away, and he is going to be fine. And with that, a 10k net worth lead now out for Team Dog. They might be able to try and force down that top tier 2 tower.
They've got the option if they wanted to. Still, Gabby's got this BKB.
Gabby, he's going to try. He's going to go into Paulson. In your dreams around, and Tim's going to get tossed back in. Paulson is actually still alive, but does finally go down. But Gabby, have you gone too far with this BKB? Ice comes in now. No lasso available, but Gabby is dropping very, very low. He's trying to run, but the Vortex is out from Arbed. He holds him down, and now KB is also going to die. Oh, and he has no buyback gold. He just bought that BKB up.
And with him being fairly low here on the side of Team Dog, looks like they're just going to be cautious about this. Take their time. Inner Dream does still hold the Aegis, but that's only got about 20 seconds left. Not too much time for one to though.
Mid lane zipping in onto Tims again. He's trying to go for the Rolling Thunder, but he's been silenced up by the Orchid, and now the lasso's there. Ice ensuring they get the kill. And look at that, a free tombstone, John. They'll try to go for it, or maybe not. They'll lose the Aegis.
Ooh.
The timer was getting fairly low. Tims, Rolling Thunder is going to land once, but In Your Dream is able to waveform away. Mel's on the chase, however, catches him out. Can they take him down? He's been broken. However, Arbed with the Vortex again does catch out the Viper, and now they'll turn back around. They got the Resonant Pulse out. In Your Dream wanting to fight this one out now. They'll kill off Armel. They do not have buyback on him either. A 16k net worth lead now for TNC. Or excuse me, rather Team Tog. TNC have the 16k deficit. So they're not really interested in rushing too far forward yet. They've got to be careful now because TNC, they have smoked up. Paulson, it's not really the target they want, but they're going to have to settle for what they get. Arbed, however, a 3-man Vortex. He zips in with an Avalanche toss. Arfu already getting rid of Armel. Now KP's gone. Tims will also die. Aeon Disc all without. Gabby, he's trying to fight it out, but Febby's also going to go down. It's Gabby versus the world once again, but Arfu going to just toss away Arbed. Not allow Gabby to get anything out of this, and Gabby will be forced to BKB TP away. That's a 4-for-0 trade. Not that he has the lasso anyway, but he'll have it up for the next team fight. Just about 8 seconds away now. They really may not need it, however, as these Raxes are just going down so quick to In Your Dream. KB gonna rotate around to the Viper, trying to go after the Morphling by himself. He gets the break off, and now Gabby from the backlines with the Vortex Arbed. He got the target he wanted. Armel's gonna jump in, but is it too late? They'll buy back on Gabby. They're gonna try and make something happen, but all their Raxes are gone, and everyone is just TPing away.
I think if they want to play it safe, they wait for an Abyssal. If they want to take a risk, they smoke up and just go hunting again. They're just running around right now. They spot the Roche. That is also spotted out by the Courier of Ice Ice Ice. So both teams are aware of that.
Arbed, a 3-man Vortex out again. It's just massive in KB. He's going to get blown up. Armel's trying to fight back, but Gabby's gone. Febi's gone. Armel the only one left, and they just call it. They have had enough of this game 1. And Team Dog are off to a very, very good start in this best of 3, as they do take game number 1. They enjoyed themselves some Peking duck, John. It was very, very tasty stuff.
It definitely was. Team Dog just playing out of their minds there. Really good lanes coming out. Wind Ranger for Gabby, so it's a bit of a shake-up here. That is a bit of control, you know. It is a piece of control coming out for TNC with a shackle. So.
They probably shouldn't, John. I mean, there's a pandemic going on. Everyone calm down.
Tim's just like, are we really going? And Abed's like, yeah. All right.
All right. Can we come?
We gotta ask Cuckoo for that. He's her card.
Like, Cuckoo was lying, John. Bot lane, they do get a nice toss back onto the Wind Ranger Gabby. This is not the start he wanted. Abed will take the kill in very, very slow motion.
And you do see In Your Dream maybe having a better time in his safe lane than Gabby. It's just a bit easier to last it on that AM in his own time and that off lane he's facing against.
Down to the bot lane, Febi is dropping very low, but Gabby able to pick up the kill onto Arfu before they get the kill onto Febi, and now Gabby wants to have a chase onto Ice. Ice should just drop here as Gabby does have a power shot coming up, and he will be able to get it. Nice juke attempt out, but Gabby definitely had that kill in the bag, and just making him feel very uncomfortable on this Morphling. And 10-minute power rune, going to be up at the top lane this time, so Arbed does finally get lucky with one. And, puts that in the bottle. However, mid lane, shackle out from Gabby. He's going to kill off Ice Ice Ice. Tim's the one to take the kill there on the Viper. Still Arbed going to come back in now onto Armel. More TP's coming as In Your Dream does join in. Armel is very low on mana. In fact, he has none. And the Mana Void will come out from In Your Dream. Polson the one to take that kill is now Arbed. He wants more. He'll go after KB on the Void Spirit. And they will find another kill. A very nice stomp out from Febi. It just doesn't mean anything, though. He's already lost 2 heroes.
Yeah, it's going to be major for Abed once he has that. You want to see him active with it, though. They are going up for the defense up top as well.
Gabby's in big, big trouble. He's been broken by that Nether Toxin, and he is just ticking out to the poison. Ice 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 able to pick up another kill on this Viper, and Abed looks like he wasn't quite done, but not going to lead to much. Just a bit of a flex shackle there from Gabby. Just kind of letting them know that he is ready whenever. KP going to go for a jump in onto Paulson. Aether Remnant going to lock on. Avalanche is there, but Paulson is going to die. A nice quick pick up there from TNC. Shackles out onto Arbed. Are not going to latch on. In fact, Gabby now going to be in danger. Arbed just turns back around and takes down the Wind Ranger. And again, it's just a very kind of bad trade here for TNC, as they're still just trying to find their footing in this game number 2.
Armel's still slightly ahead, but that's not going to stand for too long. Gabby's farm and Wind Ranger's fallen so far behind. No.
Uh-oh.
Tim's
chained up. Arbed perfect with that chain. Tim's still trying to run, but he's out of leap charges. Arbed will probably just try and finish him off, and does. A nice arrow out before he does die, but now KP's in danger. He has no steps left. He's trying to run with the Moonlight Shadow, but that is not going to be enough. Team Dog just completely dominating TNC already in this game number 2. This game around, it might just be on Armel's.
Oh, for sure. He's the Morphling. He's the one that can scale. Your issue now is you're trying to scale a Morphling against an AM. Also, they do catch.
It's a great setup there from Gabby. Into the stomp, into the chains. Arbed is actually pretty darn tanky, but he does finally go down. And that'll actually give enough gold to get the MKB, but now Ice 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 actually going back in. Drops the GG tree. That was actually Gabby's GG tree being dropped. Not a very worthwhile trade there for Team Dog. In Your Dream does have his smoke broken, but it looks like they didn't actually scout out Febby. Just leave him be as the rest of Team Dog have rotated down towards the bot. And they have found Armel. That's a massive target at Armel. He was unable to get the strength morph off in time. Arfu just way too quick on the fingers. That's the biggest kill you could have asked for if you were Team Dog. In fact, they may have found more Gabby.
Oh, the blade mail!
And the blade mail out from Arbed, just making him kill himself. Now Ice, Viper Strike's going to be there onto Tim's. Chains out again from Arbed, and they're going to find another Febby. Going to go down. 4 heroes suddenly gone on the side of TNC, and Team Dog, they just continue to dominate this series, which is not going to be dead quite yet, but it will be very, very soon. And In Your Dream, ask them a very relevant question, as the Santa hat does go flying across the map. Poor Roshan was just trying to have a good time with family and friends, and TNC's still trying to go after that tier 2 bottom. They are going to be able to get it, or maybe not. They'll be forced to back off as they saw In Your Dream coming in. A quick Moonlight Shadow out, but Fu is in the backside. Gabby does not land the shackles, and forced up. Another shackles comes out. That one will land, and they've got both supports. However, you look at Armel. He's dropping very, very low, trying to run away from the Spirit Vessel, and Arbed just chasing him down. In Your Dream does get the Mana Void off. They'll get another kill for themselves into KP, who's trying to dissimulate himself out of the situation. He's in trouble. He'll try to TP, but the Rod of Atos is going to be up from Ice. And that's a 13k net worth lead now for Team Dog.
With his BKB as well in the Ember, so a lot just slides through here from the side of TNC. At the least, they don't lose Gabby on top of it, but you still lost 2 cores over Paulson.
He's going to find Paulson, but it's not worth it if he costs his own life. Toss back on Paulson, so he just gets sacrificed to Gabby, but it won't matter because Gabby is set to fall, and he will. It's a tough game for a Wind Ranger. Like, it's never going to be worth killing off the Pos 5 Enchantress like that for your own life. I say that, Gabby. Oh, In Your Dream did not see him. He does see Armel, however, and an Abyssal Blade is going to be out. Armel already out of mana, and he is kind of just stuck to try and juke this one out. And yeah, In Your Dream, he is disappointed indeed. On the bright side, Armel does have his BKB up.
Like, once you drain the mana, sure, he can't do anything, but you also, your damage output grows so much less on the AM.
Shackles, Arbed, Cord, Arrow is nice as well, but can they have the damage out in time? Arbed, yeah, they do. They get him down, but now In Your Dream comes in onto Gabby. The Yules are going to be out. In Your Dream still not getting anyone yet, but he'll go after KP, and poor old KP is just going to die so darn quick to this anti-mage. In fact, he's going for more now. Rod of Atos out from Ice. Avalanche toss is there from Arfu. They wanted to Fountain Dive him, but they're not going to quite yet. They're going to hold out on that kind of movement. It's not going to matter. Ice. He's going to be tossed away by Arfu and will survive. And with that, they are, in fact, In Your Dream. Forget the tower. He goes after Tims now. Tims is bashed up. He has no way out, and he is just set to die. He'll bite back. But is it going to mean anything? Gabby trying to go onto another target. He caught Arfu, but now In Your Dream jumps back in. Mana Void going to clear out the creep wave as well. That's some efficiency from In Your Dream if I've ever seen it. We go again. In Your Dream going to go towards the west. KP going to run right past. Oh, maybe not. In Your Dream does make the jump in. Arfu. The Avalanche toss is going to be able to get the kill, and now Arbed going back in. After the Elder Titan, Arrow is going to fly through and does stun up Arbed, but it won't matter. They'll just let the racks go down. They don't really have much of a choice here.
Yeah, they don't have a defense. Not without KP and Febby. They're going to need that Elder Titan to help them out. And they're just going to have to watch. One set of racks down. And if they want to force this into a game tree, have to find an angle here. They've been constantly behind. They do Moonlight out. Maybe catch someone out here.
Perhaps they will. Find out very, very soon as they do try to go in. KP there with Armel. They found out Ice. He does pop the Blade Mail, but it is not going to matter. TNC, they get something. Into the Wind Ranger form. Paulson going to be spotted out. Chains is there from Arbed. Arrow does also land from Tims. That'll be a secondary kill out for TNC now. Not too bad of a start of this team fight. or they could try to rush the Roshan pit. Which it looks like they are going to give a crack.
They might be baiting Team Dog in.
Oh, they have. Abed, Aether Remnant going to catch him out. No, the BKB's there in time, and Gabby is dropping low once again. He BKBs himself up, and now Armel jumping in. Arfu getting low. In Your Dream actually going down to Tim's on the Marana, and now maybe they clean up. Abed trying to Remnant back and forward. He does find 2 for his trouble, but how do you get yourself out of this? He has no Remnants left. Arfu going to jump in, but the stop is there from Febby. Arrow connecting again from Tim's. He threads the needle. Armel, well, Febby's going to go down, but they're going to go after Arfu now. The Aether Remnant is there. Armel should have enough damage output. Arfu somehow still alive, but should go down, and eventually does a double kill out for Armel. I'm not sure how they found it, but... And suddenly, TNC have found a way back into this game. We haven't actually seen much of the Older Titan morph going on. It's mostly just been the Wind Ranger.
Yeah. I suppose, you know, he bought his own BKB, so doesn't need to rely on that combination.
True. Your Dream having a look around, and he is going to find himself at Tim's, but Tim's has leap charges, and he's going to be able to leap away. Unfortunately for him, Abed was just around the corner. He is going to go down.
They've got this net worth lead that is very hard to overcome with one lane already taken out as well. You just take it slow into the high ground.
Absolutely, and in they go. Tier 3 tower going to be under siege. However, towards the north, it looks like Armel has been caught out. Armel, he does waveform, but Abed does have the chase. He has an Aegis, however. That's 1 life gone. He'll come back up. Maybe they make a chase onto Arfu.
They do smoke up, though. They might just want to catch Team Dog with their pants down. We'll see if they'll find that opening. No offensive wards here from TNC, so this is a bit of a blind smoke up.
It's Wind Run. Armel, oh, the shackle, he shackled himself. Ice is going to be there with Abed. Going to remnant straight in. It's just so much damage, but Armel going to survive. He eats the cheese. Meanwhile, KB does kill off Ice into Polison. Polison getting quite low on the Enchantress, and Arrow does connect, but he's going to be alright for now. They'll go back in onto Armel. They really want that morph down, but he waveforms away. Back on a Polison. They do get the Enchantress down. Now in Your Dream in trouble. Arfu jumping back in, but a massive, massive stomp there with the Earth Splitter coming in all onto Abed. He'll try to Blade Mail back, remnanting him back out, but it's not enough. It's very, very short kind of distance here from Abed, and it looks like he might just die. Meanwhile, Armel very, very low, but they aren't going to be able to take him out. In Your Dream now, forced to blink away, and Gabby jumps back in on the Enchantress, and Polison is going to die. Even Arfu trying to go for a bit of a sneak play onto Armel, but it is not going to work out. A 4-for-0 trade here, a massive team fight out for TNC, and perhaps Team Dog, they may have waited a bit too long.
They're having issues getting their damage out with all the invasion available, especially while Armel turns into that.
Oh, in Your Dream. Oh, he can't afford to die. He's been stomped. The Lincoln's broken. They've got the shackles, and they should have the damage output.
Oh, God.
Oh, that is a big disappointment out for In Your Dream. And that's going to be 2 lanes of Rex going down. They're going to hold on to that buyback gold. TNC, they're going to take full advantage of it, though. Meanwhile, Abed, he buys out a Scythe of Vice now. I believe it is on the Courier, and it is coming out. KB going to be Rotovator stuff. Meanwhile, Armel going to be in danger. There's your Scythe of Vice. They even got the shackles off onto her. Is it going to be enough, though, Armel? He does go down, and now Abed rushing for more on the high ground. Does spot out too. They might just have to settle for Febby, though. Febby going to be the one in danger. He'll go for the stomp, but the bash is going to come in. Meanwhile, Tim's is able to TP out. Looks like everyone else is able to safely get out.
They do have this BKB up on In Your Dream, so as long as he responds in time, he should be able to keep himself safe there. The buyback is forced out from Febby.
But they are. The Santa hat flying in the air. Like Abed does take the refresh shard for himself, so now you can just kind of refresh your remnants. Even has a refresher orb coming out soon on Abed, just to really be able to just be impossible to catch. Shackle is out. They caught out Abed on the Ember. He does get tossed back, but it's not going to be good enough. He has to buy back, and he will. They are in your dream. DD Rune's still active for another 10 seconds or so. He'll go after the tier 3 tower. Does take it out. KB gonna jump in with a nice little silence. Now Arrow landing as well. They've caught out the big boy, but Abed, he's gonna jump in the back and make sure they can't go forward. Earthsplit are gonna be dodged. They got the Hex off onto Febby as well. Febby, he's gonna die. Armel forced to back off through the Viper Strike, but Arfu going to be caught out now and should go down to Gabby, but an Avalanche Toss does come out in time. In your dream now going to jump in, but Gabby once again avoiding all the hits. Meanwhile, Armel back onto Ice. Is going to morph back into the Wind Ranger and just go for a bit of a run. Shackles won't actually land onto In Your Dream. Lincolns do break. Arrow, not going to land there from Tim's. In Your Dream, going to keep going, but KP going to jump in now with a nice Aether Remnant. Another Shackles, going to go back the way of Armel. There you go.
There.
I was about to ask, why even MKB? Go all in, you're 51 minutes into the game. Just get the Divine Rapier.
So they've got to make it fast and find a big win soon before the Aegis expires, otherwise they run the risk of taking this Divine away, so... I'd be cautious about that In Your Dream, knowing his Aegis timer.
Awesome. We targeted. Double Shackles are out. They do get the Enchantress.
Wait, is that it?
Nice little pick up there from TNC. There isn't really a Rax there to take, but maybe they could try to invade the base. It looks like they're not really going to bother. Or maybe Gabby. Shackles not actually going to latch onto the Viper, but Ice is still in trouble. He Blade Mails up and Paulson is going to buy back. In Your Dream, however, Abyssal is going to be there onto Febby. He needs to be careful with that Divine Rapier, but he does find Febby. Now Arbet going to rush in. He gets Armel on the Morphling, but the BKB is going to be out into the Wind Ranger form. Going to try and run away as they continue the chase. The chains is there. Armel, Lincoln's broken, still moving. In Your Dream, he does get a bash off, and now Armel, big trouble. He'll Manta and just try to waveform away, but In Your Dream, he guts the bash off. Cancels the TP of the Morph, and they even found another. It's going to be the big one, or rather the second big one. It's going to be Gabby. Gabby, flicker not working in his favor, but he can still just kind of run away. He's going to be all right. KB trying to go after Ice. This could work against him. Does dissimulate after the Viper Strike, but In Your Dream is now around, and they have the Abyssal Blade. Aeon Disc going to be procced, but he has no Astral Steps left. Has one back up in a second, but the Avalanche perfectly timed by Arfu. And this is that point if you're the side of Team Dog. KB is going to buy back. They want Armel's buyback too.
They're going to need to commit a lot more, although...
Gabby, nice Shackles out. Looks like he has found Arfu, so the Tiny is going to die, and Armel did buy back. And Arrow is going to be there on Paulson. That's a dieback on the Enchantress. Now KB rushing for more. Arfu, he's going to buy back, but Ice, he's already caught out, and he may as well just already be dead, and he will eventually go down a Febby. Once they get started. You've also got the buyback on Ice to work towards. But now Refresher Orb on him, but there goes the tier 3 tower, so In Your Dream going to jump in, but no Lucky Bash is coming out. They are still trying to go after Armel. That's the target they want, but Gabby also going to get jumped on. They'll just bounce back around. Refresh is there on Arbet. However, he's been focus fired down. He's still alive, just remnanting around, trying to find the target he wants. There goes KP. In Your Dream now, trying to go after Tim's, unable to catch him out. Instead, maybe go after Febby, but no, he's going to be fine as well. Gabby going to jump in on the Wind Ranger. But he has that invis. And they are lacking detection on Team Dog. The multi-shot, going to have to be very careful about those. But In Your Dream, he's a man of business. He'll go straight after the racks. Can't forget either, we are 3 minutes away from having those tier 5 items up. And they make the jump into In Your Dream, but he's going to be okay for now. He might need to blink away soon. He does. Arbed going to jump in, trying to find Gabby. Instead, Armel is the target they really want. Oh, and the Shackles do come out. Gabby being caught out on his own, but again, the invis is going to make it so he does remain alive. Another Shackles onto Ice. Doesn't land. More Shackles coming out. Still don't land. They would love to just be able to take that Rax out before KP does come up, but Arfu going to jump in for a nice toss back. He finds Febby. Mana Void will be committed. Febby will buy back immediately. Still Gabby going to get jumped on now. Back to Armel, jumping back in. Does kill off Ice. That was Tim's actually getting the kill. Gabby still okay in the back lines. As In Your Dream was chasing. Meanwhile, Armel does kill off Paulison.
It's going to be a big take for TNC. So much more coming out here. Ag's upgrade to fly out onto anyone that needs it as well. So they've got even a more utility coming through here. So Network lead is gone, but they are smoked. They might want to go for a cheeky, just straight ancient play here.
I mean, they have the Divine Rapier. It's not going to take very long. In Your Dream. Can you get it done? He shows himself now. Fu going to jump in. T4 tower is getting pretty low, but it's nowhere near fast enough. And poor Fu, he got jebaited into this. It's like, wait a minute, I can't blink away like that. Who's going to save me? That's a dieback, by the way, on Fu.
You should be aware of that timing, but TNC are just going to keep that aggression up.
Yeah, I can't blame them for this. And they take these Raxes very, very quick. And that's Mega Creeps up now, TNC. It doesn't look like it. They're just going to take their time because there's tier 5 items. There's a Ballista out. I think Gabby might be taking that, and he does. And so you can't really ever kill Gabby now because you just get knocked back all the time. KB gonna jump in onto Ice. In Your Dream gonna reflect the shackle. X out, they've poured out the Void Spirit, but he does get force-staffed away. Shackle is out, Gabby, he caught 2 of them. In Your Dream's in there. Do they take him out in time? Not quite. The AM's gonna be fine, or maybe not. The silences are there. In Your Dream, just getting knocked back. He's gonna go down. The Divine on the deck, Armel will be the one to take it, and now it's their game to win. Or rather lose, if they did end up throwing this away. But I can't imagine it happening. It's Paulison gonna get blown up. A triple kill out for Armel. Dude trying to jump in. In Your Dream will do the same, but where's your damage output? It's probably not going to be there. Arbit will try. The Ancient exposed. Armel might just ignore everyone and go for it, or maybe he'll go after Arbit first. That Ember is dropping low. He'll just call the GG before he dies. In Your Dream dies anyway, and Armel, he'll finish it off with a rampage. And what a comeback out from TNC. And I suppose if there's one thing we learn here, John, we can't doubt TNC when they have Morphling. They always have something up their sleeve when it comes to this hero. Siako's game number 3. This is the final game and last chance to make it straight through to the grand final. It's like Ice is having a great old lane though on the Pango. Currently 19-5 on the Pangolier thus far. Just keep that up. Mid lane, Arbit trying to go onto Armel. Is going to connect the 8th. The Remnant. Armel is going to verify, but the Soul Rip is out from Paulson just in the nick of time, and Armel does go down for the first blood.
Still, you are seeing this good, steady start for Team Dog. TNC now, I mean, they're already starting to build up. Febby's the one actually stacking here on camps just to get something for Gabby, but he's really under contest here under his own tier 1.
That he is. Gabby, Heavenly Grace going to help him out. Tim's also going to rotate around. Ice. Go for the Rolling Thunder back into the Sven, and Gabby stuck around a farm. That means he's going to die. They do also kill off Febby, and now Tims is trying to just kill off Arfu, but he can't even get that. They're going to chase Arfu down. Sonic Wave. Armel does land a great 2-man Sonic Wave out and does get at least a decent trade for his team.
You can see Ice and Abadis do smoke up as well with that immediate respawn, just trying to get some movements out in the map.
They don't have the Rolling Thunder up, which could make things slightly difficult, but they are going to steal away these stacks. Arbit, 8th the Remnant, can actually catch out Armel. I believe they have enough to lock him down, but they'll go for the first Astral Step. Armel trying to just blink away, but another Astral Step, and the Rolling Thunder going to come through. Armel does go down to the quad, but now poor old Febby in big trouble is also going to die. Great rotation out from Team Dog. That's going to make it a 3-7 with a 1k net worth lead now to the Dire side. And, Tim has gone back for the Tombstone, but it may cost him his life. He does get it in the end, but the earn charge is there from Ice. Tims is indeed going to die. Some would argue that's worth for the Tombstone, but they are slowly setting up for this top tier 1 tower, which we saw in game 2. They were a bit late in taking the tier 1 tower out. now they are going to give it a shot as Tims is going to jump in with Armel there. They have the Sonic Wave. They might just have to commit it as well. There's your Sonic Wave on Ice. Still alive somehow. Does swashbuckle away, but does die. Now Paulison going to come in with the Tombstone and the Flesh Golem trying to fight this one out. Arbed goes in as well, but the Tombstone already down, and I don't believe they'll have the damage output to deal with TNC. They will go back for that T1 tower, but Arbed not done quite yet. Dissimulate is going to be there, and Gabby does end up going down to the Sven. Tims also being caught by the Remnant. Tims, no leap charges left, so Arbed is indeed going to go back and get a double kill for himself, and that T1 tower is going to be left standing.
Yeah, they're just making this aggression work, Team Dog. Managed to protect their tower, and they're getting another fight.
Yeah, Battle Trance popped immediately by In Your Dream. He does not want to waste any time. And, I mean, we talked about the T1 top tower not going down. Yeah, it looks like they want to try and bait using that 15-minute power rune, but Tims is going to spot out the Undying. However, he has not spotted out Arbed, who does have the Yule Scepter up now, and will catch out Tims with the Aether Remnant. He will try to leap away, but it is going to be no good. Arbed having plenty of control on that Void Spirit just on his own. For TNC, all they can do is kind of sit back and just wait it out, try to get more farm going on Gabby. Slowly but surely he's getting them, and now he's been caught out. He does throw out the stun onto Ice, but Arbed has the control again, and Gabby has been stunned up by this Rolling Thunder. Does it connect a second time? No, not quite. Arbed has to go back in onto Gabby, but Gabby is still running away. Do they have the damage? Yeah, they eventually will. They even found KP on the side, and now it looks like they found Febby. That Aether Remnant going to be on target once again. Arbed on a mega kill streak. 6k net worth lead for Team Dog. What is it, John?
No, I was just looking at these sentry wards by the rank. There are 2 sentries right next to each other. I wonder why.
Relevatos has caught out Paulison. Armel going to be around. Jump in from Arbed. They do kill off one, but they can't afford to lose this swap. She will be able to jump out. In Your Dream, going to rush forward onto Febby. Meanwhile, KB kind of been left behind here, and Arfu, as the pos for Leshrak, will just take him out. And now In Your Dream, onto Febby. Arrow does not connect, nicely juked out. Meanwhile, Tims dies to Ice, and In Your Dream does find himself an Omni Knight for his trouble. And they might just go for the Roshan pit.
Good pickup here for Team Dog. Widens the lead now to 8k, 6-20 at 18.5 minutes in. You are losing some space here. I think the biggest issue for TNC is that they do not have a clear angle to attack. Like their control is just limited outside of their Sven Marana, and KP can only do so much to set up on this Viper.
Oh no, it looks like, speaking of KP, he was caught out underneath the Sentry Ward. They do grace him up, but the chase is still on board the Battle Trance. Meanwhile, it looks like they found another in the form of Tims. And KP going down to In Your Dream. Arbed gonna find Armel on the Queen of Pain. Armel, he's caught out by that Remnant. He's just going to drop so darn quick to In Your Dream. It's it's not even close right now. 11k net worth lead. But with the map shrinking this quick and so much gold he requires to be online, all you can do is try, but he might get run into now. It's farming. Ice going to jump in with a swash. Stun is going to be there. The rest of TNC are also around. Ice does pop the Rolling Thunder with the full whip, trying to go after Gabby, and he does land the stun. Now the Tombstone drop. They want to spend first, and they're going to get him as well. Oh, Gabby, he just can't catch a break.
Oh, I love this. You've got the shards in Afu. So he's got that ridiculous splitter coming back up every time you cast it.
All right.
You're in such big risk when you get stunned by one. It's kind of ridiculous, but it does.
All I see is balance, John. Tim's going to get caught out on the Marana. It's going to go down to Arbed, who has a DD rune, and they are going straight after that mid-Rax.
That's just so silly. That splitter it. You get 3 off. I believe it basically means there's literally 100% uptime on your splitter coming out. So if Afu really wanted to focus on one area, just keep
Bad. Found KP again. There's that split earth coming out, and poor old KP just going to try and run away. He is going to be okay for now, but he eventually gets taken down by Armfils. Now Armel in big trouble. Is going to die into Febby. They do pop the Guardian Angel, but is it going to matter? It will not. Arfu finding another triple kill for the Leshrac. Abed will take the fourth. They do pop the God Strength. This is the last-ditch effort of TNC. They're buying back, but in your dream, he's going in with the Battle Trance. He's trying to fight this one out in the fountain. He will eventually die. But their 2 racks is up. Gabby trying to TP, but he can't.
I remember a dive through tier 2s into the tier 3 and dying up there as well. Just that confidence, but you like seeing it. They're still ahead. It's 7-3. A lot of work TNC has to put in. They're gonna be happy about that pickup, but they might lose more.
Oh, Gabby, he's just stuck there now with the Split Earths coming out. He just can't move. Meanwhile, towards the north, Paulison, he's a tanky boy, but not tanky enough. He's gonna go down. Abed is looking for something. He does have the Aghanim Scepter upgrade now, so he can just jump in. In fact, he's got the full shards and Ags up. KP gonna pop the Viper Strike to try and slow him down a little bit. Mel gonna jump back in. Does have a Sonic Wave if he wants to commit. Star 4 comes in. Still no Sonic Wave being thrown out as now Tim's gets jumped on, but looks like Abed is just gonna jump himself out. Ice still going back in after KP. Now another Remnant to catch him out. They really want this Viper dead. Dissimulate is there. The Bullwhip coming up from Febby, but it's just not going to be enough. KP's still just trying to slowly run his way out, but there's a flank coming in from In Your Dream, and he has the Battle Trance, so KP, he's being targeted so much. They just won't leave the Viper alone. BKB, 9-second charge. Up on Gabby. Line drawn straight into Abed, I believe, on the Void Spirit.
Good scan.
Good scan indeed, Abed. Yeah, he's going to be just safe. Simulate to the low ground. That may have not worked out in his favor, but he's going to avoid them by Astral Stepping, and Mel still going to try, but Ice now does use the Rolling Thunder straight into the Queen of Pain. Here comes In Your Dream as well. On the Troll, they're trying to control him up, but it's looking really bad as Armel's dying on the left side, and on the right side, it's not looking much prettier. Gabby, he's trying to fight this one out, but In Your Dream's there with the rush. He hasn't even popped the Battle Trance yet. There it is coming out. KP's down, Gabby's down, and the GG is called. There will be your first grand finalist coming out, and it will be Team Dog. TNC, they will go down to the lower bracket final, which will be played tomorrow, so they're not out of it quite yet. And John, we've got to go find out who their competitors are going to be.